Hi, good morning all. Today's first session of MySQL database series. So what is mean by database? Database itself, the name itself tells the story. Where actually data is stored, that place is known as a database. So data and base, where data is stored, that is mean by database. Okay. Yeah. So for the software worlds, everyone knows that software is an application, but whoever software developer, they actually need more details about the database. So database is application which is built. This is application. This application built as a in a C++ language. So you can consider this as an C++ application, and it takes the data from client, like client, and this is a server. So this is database is a C++ application which is deployed on a server. This is a client, similar like your browser, but for MySQL client, there is a client is there, but for you can consider this is a similar like as a browser. So from browser we are hitting google.com and we are getting the result. So similar way, from MySQL client we are hitting the SQL queries to this application, and in that application we are storing the data or retrieving the data from this application. So this is a client server architecture. Like it's a similar kind of for the understanding, you can consider this is an google.com or a youtube.com, like we are accessing from the browser. Generally we are accessing from the browser and we are hitting to any application server and we are getting that data. So similar way, MySQL client, which is built through command prompt CMD, we are hitting the queries and getting that data. And this is also on a server, and it's server that's deployed, application deployed in on this server, and application build is C++, but widely we are knowing that this application as a database. Okay, that's the basic about the database. Here I explained already. This is a client, like CMD is a client, and through CMD we are requesting and getting the data, and this is the database. Okay, database application. Okay, database application which is built in a C++ and C++. And what does this application do? Whatever data we are sending, that data stored on a hard drive, on a special kind of file format. Okay, so whatever data we are sending or whatever data we are getting from database, it's actually stored in a file format. That's the special kind of files. But yeah, this is the basic architecture of the database. So in today's session we check about what is database, what is SQL, what are the DDL and DML, means data modification language and data definition language, operations on database, and the data. So these part we will talk in the today's session. So database we covered. What is a SQL? So yeah, we discuss about the client server architecture. We are the sending the request and getting that data. So the request means normal, if you, so I'm just correlating things, so you will get better details, like youtube.com. Okay, YouTube or any application.com, you are hitting, this is an HTTP request, because we know this is a protocol, and through that protocol we are serving this application. Okay, this is a server. Why we are sending the request in HTML format? Because HTTP format, because this server knows the language of HTTP. Okay, so similar way, in our case, this R is a MySQL client. Okay, this is a MySQL client. MySQL clients sending the request in a format SQL, which is a structured query language, because our database server knows this language. That's why we are sending the request in SQL and we are getting that data. Okay, that's it. So this is a general structured query language we are using to getting that data and storing that data into database from the command prompt. That's structured query. So we discuss about the database, and here we get to know that data is stored in a file format. But for our understanding, actually data represented into table format. Okay, table consists of rows and columns. So table consists rows and column, and actually data stored for the representation purpose, that's stored in a table format. And all these, if you check on HSD or SSD, that data in a file format, but the representation format is a table. So when we are hitting the query and getting that data, that's in a table format. Okay. Okay, so DDL means what? That data definition language. So representation is a table. So whatever we are defining, data where actually is getting stored, that is the DDL. Means if you are creating or altering a table or the rows and columns, that consider in a DDL. But if you are, okay, consider this is our table. Okay, and this is our header. So generating any things we are doing on header, that also consider in a DDL, and whole the table structure if you are modifying, that is also part of a DDL. But inside the data, whatever data is there, if you are changing or updating any data, that is came under DML, means data modification language. Okay, there are multiple things like DCL, means transaction control language, or that are there, but more widely people are in interview, the DDL and DML, only two things are multiple times getting asked. Okay, this is about the DDL and DML. We'll check how to create the database and all. So as of now, we installed Okay, till now we check about the database and SQL and DDL and DML. Okay, we know that SQL is structured query language. So how that data flows into system, we'll check about. Okay, so suppose we are writing a create table query or insert query. This is a query we are actually hitting to the database. Okay, from MySQL client. So at a server end there is a query language processor. What query language processor do? He read this query and translate into the database format. Here the two things that happen is query parsing is done and query optimization is done. Okay, multiple times we talk about the optimization. So that optimization before the query firing. So the optimization took place at two places. MySQL also or any DB database server do itself optimization, and query parsing also does at this level, like in a query language process. After that, that data is means parse the query, send to the database management engine to get the data. Okay, database management engine at this place, whatever, there is a file manager. We already discussed that table is a representation, but data is actually stored in a file. So that query hit on a file manager, and there is a transaction manager, because multiple time the select and update are there. So at a time only one can do the insert or update data in a single file or at a database engine. That's why transaction manager is there. So transaction manager controls the management of the transaction, and the data actually updated or modified or read from that file manager system, and all that file manager system, all the files read from this physical device and get this. So physical device is RHHD or SSD. Okay, so this is the way where query is actually getting the result. I just iterate. So if we fire the select star from employee, that query goes to the query language processor. In a query language processor, that query get parsed in a format, and that query get optimized by applying index and all. After that, that query sent to the database management engine. Database management engine have the two parts, where first check the transaction. Is there any transaction going on that file or on that table? If there, then if the MySQL hold that query, otherwise they move ahead and database engine process that query. Earlier also we discussed that data is a representation in the table format, but the actually data stored in a file. That's why file manager came into picture, and that operation happen on a SSD or HDD physical drive where that file are getting stored. Okay, this is the way the data get back to the end user. Okay, this is the way the query get executed. Okay, so from where okay, so the next question came. Okay, I know that what is meant by database, what is meant by database, what is meant by SQL. I know how it's get executed at a database. So from where actually I should hit that SQL. So whenever you are hitting that MySQL from your CMD, this is a CMD, and on the command prompt you are hitting this query like MySQL, your username and password. Okay, password. So if you pass these three parameter, this command prompt get open. Okay, and here actually is the SQL dot. Here you need to write your query like select star from now. If you hit that select now or select star from employee, you are getting all the data from the employee table. Okay, so yeah, we talk about the database. So how to create the database, because if you want to store the data, that data actually stored in a row or in a table. Okay, in a row column format, but for row column it's required a table, and table required a data. So this is the way flow, like database is required because data actually stored in a table, and in a table required the row column. Okay, actually data stored in a row column, but for row column table should exist, and for table existence database is required. So first question came like how to create the database. So when you log into that system, if you hit that show database, all the database into system, it's getting listed here. So you can directly use, or you can write that a create database testdb. Okay, after that you will get the output that query one row affected, means database is created. Okay, once your database is created, but you are not said that MySQL use this database, because whatever transaction I am doing, it should be fired on that database. So you need to mention that use testdb. So MySQL say yes, and you will get output at the database change. Okay, after if you want to drop that database, that command is a drop database and database name. So that database get deleted from your system. So this is the way, like okay, so you want to insert that data. First you need to create a database, create a db, then you need to use this db, and then use db, and then you need to write the query like create a table, or then insert into. Okay, this is the flow like look like. Okay, the next thing is, okay, so already we discussed like data is a form of a row and column, but to exist row column table is required. Okay, and for table existing database is required. So this is a chain follow. So okay, the data type format means what kind of a data you can store into database. So that is int, decimal, bit, boolean, character, varchar2, text, date time, JSON, and enum. So JSON is provided from MySQL 8, and MySQL 8 provided the additional operation on the date format. Generally for storing the string varchar is the type to store that data. Okay, multiple people ask in a interview, we are getting that question like, okay, boolean is the data type. If you say yes, then they say what type of data is stored into that. If you say true false, then it probably the wrong answer, because the boolean internally mapped to the tiny int, and in tiny int possibly two values, 0 and 1. So in a boolean data type only 0 and 1 are stored. Okay, please remember this, means multiple time. This is the most frequently asked question in an interview. In decimal bit, you know that char is the single character you can store. Text, long text like long text or short text you can use. Date time and date time used to store, if you want only date, only time, and date time, both the things you can do. Timestamp also similar kind of thing. Okay, yeah, that's are the data types. This in this section I think we covered a lot of things. In the next part we'll cover about the how to actually create the table and store the data and manipulate data from that database. Okay, and let me know if you have doubts on this session. Thanks all, bye.